Alrighty, it's your boy Zxous, and today we are going to be talking about, I guess you could say community reactions, right? I didn't actually specify that this was going to be a community reactions, but obviously with the free skin coming in, like the community has different opinions and stuff like that. So I did a poll here of just 4 characters being Modernia, Scarlet, Drake, and Laplace, and obviously later on today for the daily Nikke event number 32, it's something I do every single day. So if you guys are watching this video and you guys ever want to participate in these, all you have to do is go to my community tab here or just subscribe to me and you'll see it in your notifications. But yeah, basically I just put these 4 characters here, and a lot of people, 59% out of 2.4k people voted Modernia, 29 voted Scarlet, and then we also have comments here as well. And then on the initial video too, we have 100 you guys can't see it, let me actually just move my Chrome over to the side here, but we have 115 comments, 115 comments here of people's opinion on who they wanted, stuff like that. So obviously it's oh, that's OS keys. Let me move this here. Obviously it's going to be a big you know, discussion, because a lot of people are actually happy, a lot of people are upset. Now for my opinion on this entire topic, I want to say I'm upset, but I'm not upset. I mean, I'm not really upset. I want to say I'm kind of like hurt, right? I want to say I'm more hurt than upset, right? It's like whatever to me, because at the end of the day, it's a win-win for me, but it's just preference, right? For example, when it comes to a free skin of any character in the game, right? The most popular Nikke, a lot of people are not going to have Modernia, are not going to have Scarlet. Well, I don't want to say not going to have Modernia. Newer players will not have Modernia, but if you played when Modernia's banner was out, I'm sorry, there's no way you went without getting her, right? You had to, it was like a must pity type character, right? Must pity, must summon type character. You should have built up your pity no matter what you had to do. Reroll if you had to. You should have made a whole new account if you needed to. Modernia was like a must have, right? So if you're playing your Modernia's banner, I want to say you have Modernia. I'm sorry if you don't. That's just the you problem, because I'm sorry, that was a big mistake, right? But the thing about, obviously, again, Scarlet and Modernia is that they're pilgrims. And one thing somebody actually said in the comments too, but I don't know if I can find it, right? But the thing about this game is that it's gonna, and I said this in my last video too, right? The community, it's only pilgrims. It's pilgrims over everything, right? So when they have these types of free costume for any character that has the most votes, it's like I said when I did my initial video, a pilgrim is touching that, right? Even though a lot of people like Drake, a lot of people actually do like Laplace too, right? A lot of people like I've seen Snow White is a pilgrim, but a lot of people are saying Snow White. But Drake is one of the characters that I want to say outside of the pilgrims is like the most asked for to get this skin. Drake, or Litter, right? I think those a lot, but people are not going to pick Drake over Modernia. Now, when it comes to this free skin, I want the skin to go to a character that everybody uses 24/7, right? So that's only going to be, let me pull up the tier list here, right? Because this kind of just tells you. That's only going to be characters like this. Litter, Senti, but Senti already has the skin, so don't vote Senti. Modernia, Scarlet, Haran, Alice, I've seen people for that. Privity has the skin, so don't waste your time. Maxwell has the skin, so don't waste your time. Snow White, right? Doll has a skin, don't waste your time. Rupee, I don't want Rupee to get a skin, not because she has a skin, but because of the Xmas Rupee, right? I feel like that's like, there's no point. There's just no point. Even though they're not the exact same character, I just don't feel like she should get one, right? Noise just got a skin. Pepper, don't really want her to get a skin. Rapunzel, right? These are the characters up here that will get it. It's not based on popularity anymore, clearly. It's just based on who's the best character in the game, right? If Modernia was the worst character in the game, do you think people would say she's the most popular character in the game, right? I cannot tell you how much people actually like this girl because of her lore, right? I probably want to say if this girl wasn't as good, not many people would like her as much as they say they do right now, right? And it's just the truth. Same as Scarlet. If Scarlet was the worst character in the game, nobody would say they like Scarlet, right? It's just because she's a broken ass character, which is understandable, right? And that's how I kind of wanted to go about with the skin. And give it to a character that everybody uses. Now, not everybody's going to have Scarlet. I don't have Scarlet, right? So, if they do make a skin for Scarlet, which it doesn't even seem like they seems like Modernia is getting it, right? Because I've seen, Tamayas as well, is another YouTuber. I'm sure you know who he is, right? He's also like pushing for Modernia. Like, he's having his community and everybody in his community push for that Modernia skin. Which, again, I'm going to stand by because I have Modernia. It's a selfish thing, of course, but at the end of the day, I don't want to go for Scarlet if I don't have Scarlet. It's just how it is. I understand everybody's views. So let's take a look at some of these comments here. Samuel says, Scarlet's default skin looks good. We deserve better Modernia. I do think Modernia has an ugly-ass skin. I've been said this a lot. I do not like her skin as much. I think the colors are just kind of like a bit too brownish for me, right? It's like gray and brownish and orangish. I feel like she could have, I don't know, more life to it. You know what I mean? A lot more life to it. You know what I mean? So there's that. A skin for the Snow White would be cool. I want to see if I can find comments of people saying this is bad, and all this stuff. So this is right here. Penguins Dust. I don't have Scarlet, so Modernia gets my vote. Again, people are going to vote for whatever they have, right? You're not going to vote for Scarlet if you don't have Scarlet. And that's why I'm not worried about Nihilister, right? Nobody has Nihilister, so nobody's going to be dumb enough to vote for Nihilister. I pray, right? I pray. So let's see what Gintobi Tim says. I don't mind Modernia winning, but if she wins, I hope they rerun her banner. If Scarlet wins, I hope they give us a rate-up banner. Same goes for other characters. The free outfit should be a character that everyone has access during the point of time. It will encourage people to spend and pull for that character since they got the free outfit too. Sure, but they're not going to do that. You know why? Because Uni didn't get a free banner, right? And I know people are gonna say, but these are pilgrims, but it should be fair all the way, right? If you just heard me just say this, and I just said you needed to get a ban, you said, but she's not a pilgrim, it should not matter. It should go fair. It should be fair all the way. They should not just have a rate up banner for pilgrims only because they're giving free skins for a pilgrim who might win, and then not give Uni a rate up banner. Technically, you can buy her from the shop, or you can actually buy her with real life money. So that's different. In her case, I want to say, but she doesn't have a rate-up banner where people can also summon for her. Because I don't have Uni, right? But I'm getting her free skin. So can I say Uni should get a free rate-up banner so that I have access to the skin too, or I can be encouraged to spend? I could say that. I mean, I don't care for Uni, but I could say that, right? But I don't think they're going to rerun like rate-up banners for Modernia. I don't think Modernia will ever get a rerun of a rate-up banner. Only because ever since her banner, she's been put on every single banner. It's characters like that. The only characters I feel like will ever get a rerun is going to be Xmas, Rupee, and Anne, right? Limited characters. Modernia's on every single banner. So I don't know if they're going to rerun her rate-up banner, right? Because then it would kind of have to go into them doing the same thing for Laplace, them doing the same thing for Helm, right? It has to be fair all around, not just for pilgrims, right? That's how I see it, I think. So let's see. At the time, this vote had 1.8k votes. So dang, with 1.8k votes, I think this poll might be very accurate regarding what people will choose as the winning character. And that's what I'm saying, right? Even though this is just 2.4k votes, and this is just the extra 115 comments. And if you guys want, actually, let me pull up Tamias' thing, right? Tamias, I'm going to use your thing for the video. Right, you can even see here for Tamias' thing, right? 4.7k, 60% chose Modernia over Scarlet. So it's guaranteed, just in general, you can just use these, even like my voting poll, Tamias' voting poll, anybody else's voting poll, like comments, it's guaranteed Modernia is getting that free skin. That's confirmed. Based on everybody's reaction to the situation, based on comments, like I said, based on polls, based on everything that's been happening with this event, Modernia is the character getting the free skin. That's a given. There's no hope for Drake. There's no hope for anybody else, right? Modernia is getting the skin. That's what it seems like. So let's see. Hopefully it's a skin of a Nikke we all have. Kinda want Soda Sakura skin, although it's unlikely. It is very unlikely for those two to get a skin. Like I said, it's a pilgrim. With this community, it's pilgrim over everything. Right? So a lot of people I also see are saying this character needs a skin. Right? This character needs a skin. Now let me see if I can pull up the Nikke contest for you guys. Right? Modernia already has a skin in the works. Right? Like Modernia already has a skin in, and this skin is actually under Nikke development team prize, right? No, Modernia already has the skin. So I don't know if they're gonna actually take this skin, but if they do, if they want to be like, they don't want to actually do work in terms of designing a whole new skin, they could just give us this skin. They could just give us this skin. But keep in mind, Modernia has something at the back here, so I don't know if you can see her cake before, but she loses her cake if you could see it before, right? But they could always just take this skin and give it to us for Modernia. As simple as that. I kind of don't want I want it to be a different color scheme, right? I want it to be something different. Like this color scheme is still kind of like black and gray and brown for her, right? I want it to be more of a different color scheme. Maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. But for now, like they could already have this skin, right? So, like I said, bro, out of all these reactions, I'm not gonna go through all of these because it's way too much. I've already read all these. Like every time I heard a comment, it doesn't mean I've read it. I read that, right? I read the comment when I heard it. So this one I actually. Besides Pilgrim, how about Drake for a free skin? I don't think she has one, but most likely it's gonna be Scarlet. It's not actually. I was scared it was gonna be Scarlet, right? And I was only worried because I didn't have Scarlet, but thankfully it is Modernia. Which again, like I said, I'm fine with because I have a Modernia. It's a selfish thing, but it's just how the game goes, right? You don't want to have a skin, right? If you don't own Scarlet, why are you going to say you want a skin for Scarlet, right? And I guess, and that's why I say I understand everybody's point saying they don't have Scarlet, they don't have Modernia. But again, Modernia did have a rate up banner. If you were playing during that time, I feel like you should have her guaranteed. It was almost like you should have just reset your completed account and just rewrote until you had her if you were playing during the time. Anybody who played after her time, you guys have valid points, right? Honestly, Modernia was like the fact that she was a rate up character too. You could easily get her from rerolls. It was way too good. So you guys definitely let me know what you think down below. It's gonna be your boy Zxous. Modernia, like I said, chat, based on everybody's reaction, based on my polls, other people's polls, Modernia is getting a skin. Modernia won already. So we're gonna actually have an actual video on this when the votes actually come out to see what's happening. But it's gonna be your boy Zxous, and I'm out later. Peace.